So, hi guys. I thought I would do a speed paint of a couple different illustrations, and the first one of which is this. I like to call it my celestial chicken. Um, the idea came for it was from a prompt that Zesty Does Things, Toby, posted for his creature feature. He does like monthly creature features. If you haven't followed him already, go do that. And this month, the month for this one, the prompt was Keeper. And normally Toby puts a prompt that's a specific type of mystical creature, either from another culture or one, like a British or American type one. I mean, there's been ones from other countries as well. But that month, I can't remember which month it was. I want to say April. Might have been March. God, it's been a while. In any case, that prompt was Keeper because he felt a lot of people, COVID was starting to become a big reality in like Britain and America and Canada. So he asked us to do a prompt for a creature that was like a friendly creature, something you would call on in times of need. It would be your keeper, something sweet and kind and maybe otherworldly. So at first I kind of wanted to do something that turned out to be ultimately bad because I don't know, I like things that seem nice and are actually terrible. I may draw really cute, but I love like horror and just that sort of pessimistic, terrible twist on things. But I decided to not go with that after all. I decided to go with something actually very sweet. So I was trying to think of animals that I think of as like caring and innocent and usually not scary. I know there are some people who are terrified of birds, so I'm sorry, my keeper would make you run screaming to the hills. But I decided to go with a chicken as the base. Because chickens, when they get broody, they're very protective, but they're still big and fluffy and cute. And they do the cute thing where they like nestle down on top of their chicks and keep them warm. And they teach them how to eat by like showing them how they eat. It's very, very sweet to watch a mother hen with her chicks. So I started with that idea of doing like the chicken. And I was trying to think of how to incorporate the whole like how does this creature show up and make you feel safe and more comfortable. And I thought it would be really funny if I don't know if you've seen the photos of like sandpipers or hens, chickens, with a bunch of chicks, and they stick them all up underneath their feathers and then they're down, and basically it just looks like the chicken has 6 million legs, little tiny legs sticking out. I thought she'd be this huge chicken that shows up, and basically you just go blomp, and like it just sticks you under its feathers and keeps you cozy, and it's warm, and it's safe, and it's just kind of smells like when you put your face into your cat's fur, if you've ever done that. I love the smell of just like sticking my cat on my face. It's very comforting, and they have like a nice smell. So I liked that idea. So I decided to combine that kind of sandpiper and dove face shape with the chicken body type. So they'd be big and fluffy, but I really like the way like doves and sandpipers have that like little pointed beak. Because usually when I draw chickens, they have sort of, they don't have that differentiation between the forehead and the beak. I draw them a little more blunt, or like a little point, just that goes like a tapering straight from the beak to the head. That's how I like to stylize a chicken's face. So I want to do something a little different. So I did that sandpiper slash dove face where the beak is much more differentiated, and that made me also able to make like a really defined head shape, which I really liked. You can see the sketches, the ones that I really liked on the bottom was the one with all the little feeties sticking out. So I decided to go with that kind of that body type, and then I was trying to think of other ways to make it a little more magical and different and interesting. And because I'm madly in love with the is it intergalactic, the galaxy jasmine phase paints that I bought recently, the ones that are all metallic and like iridescent. I love them. So any excuse to use them, I will find. And in this case, I thought, oh, it would be cute if it was like an ethereal galaxy, celestially looking chicken. So like all these beautiful calming blues and purples and like pinks and filled with stars and everything else. And because it's not just the vastness of space, which I'm scared of, it's actually contained within a creature, I thought that'd be very I don't know, beautiful, and would maybe make you less likely to run screaming to the hills if you were afraid of birds. You might give it a second to show up and show how nice it is. I also enjoyed, usually I like to do like the little small eyes, or like dot eyes, just because sometimes I find when I try to draw more detailed or larger eyes, I sometimes make it too cartoony. Like it looks a little more on the comedy side than on the like simplistic cutesy side, which is what I usually like to go for. But this one I wanted to give it big like doe eyes, so that you looked at it and it was just big, soft, friendly eyes, big, soft, friendly body, big, soft, friendly colors. So I gave it that kind of sleepy eye, big, sleepy doe eyes. And then I basically went in and I was going to originally give the body a color as well, but I thought, no, I like the white, so I thought I'd stick with that. So here you see I'm going over the entirety of the white body parts. I think I go over the colored as well with the mercury color shade, iridescence. In any case, the mercury paint block from that palette, the Jasmine Faye Intergalactic palette. And it's just like a clear, shiny iridescence, so that the body would also be shiny and iridescent. And a thing I did with this that I also have been trying to do as well, basically I've been trying to push my style to be more focused on like shapes and interpretation and a little less relying on direct reference realism, which is a thing you can totally practice doing too. It's fun to do. It's really fun to draw this way, and I really love doing it this way. So you can see like the feet just end in points instead of adding like full appendages, little feeties. I really enjoy doing that, where it like tapers off or ends in like just a sort of a chunked shape that kind of alludes to the shape of the foot, which you'd see like when I draw horses and things. I either do the points or I do like a chunky foot, and I like that because I like just alluding to the shape and not necessarily imitating it directly. But alongside of that, with the beak and the feet, instead of doing a very separated color and line work of the beak and feet and legs from the rest of the body, I decided to just fade in another hue. So like if she were to draw this chicken realistically, she'd have like a purpley pink beak that maybe had like a white, I don't know what it's called, but there's like the nose crown on birds where their nostrils are. It's got a specific name, I'm certain of it, I don't know it offhand. Anyways, like that would maybe be like a white or peachy color, and then it would go to the white feathers of the body. But I decided to do just this direct fade from the darkest point into the white body because I just really liked the way it looked. I thought it was really fun. And the same with like where I drew the mouth on that bird is not how a bird's mouth works at all. Like that's not what a beak does. But I liked it. I like pushing those shapes and being more fun with them. I don't know, I like experimenting. So in any case, as you saw while I was talking, I went over the rest of the body with more iridescent colors, and then I like to do this as sort of a color fade in the background with like a pinky hue. Again, it's that iridescent color, so it'll be like shimmery. And then I decided to go over with it's a white Posca pen, basically the finest point, and I use that to add in a bunch of little stars and well, just stars, I guess. There's not really anything else in space that makes that color. Stars and planets, I guess, at a distance. In any case, the little white marks to make it more of a galaxy look. And yeah, so here's the finished bird. I was really, really proud of it. I really like this fluffy, sparkly bird. I like sparkles, and I like birds, so what do you do? Oh yeah, I used microns to ink, as you can see there, and then yeah, the paints were either the Jasmine Faye ones that I bought or my little koi watercolor set. But yeah, look how sparkly this is. I love it. I'm gonna go pull it out of my little booklet and look at it again. Love these paints. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this and listening to me talk about my process, and thanks so much for supporting me. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks so much. Bye!